Welcome in, everybody, to the Sports Fan Base Network. Myself, Luke Nichols, happy to join you for the second Perky League game of the week. It's the Collegeville White Sox visiting the Lansdale Tigers in this later matchup. Should be getting started in just a few moments. This is actually the second of a doubleheader for just the Collegeville White Sox. They faced off against the Ambler Brewers in their first game and beat them in 5 innings. I believe it was 10-0. So that helps us get a good start time tonight for this game, and the White Sox already 1-0 on the day, looking to make it 2-0. It improves their record to 7-4 on the year, but the Lansdale Tigers, the best team in the Perky League so far. They're 10-2 on the year and have just been dominant pretty much the entire season. But one thing about the White Sox is they really don't go on many losing streaks. In their 4 losses that they've had this year, each loss has been followed up by a win. And they already got the win earlier, so looking to make it 2 wins in a row. First pitch in there for a strike from Jimmy Tooley on the mound for the Tigers. The Tigers in the black and green, White Sox in the orange and black. The White Sox were technically the home team in their first game against the Brewers, but switched to the away team today, hence why they're batting first. And a quick 1-2-3 punch out for Tooley. First out of the game and the first strikeout of the game. Sends down Kyle Feaster. Mike Hutchinson stepping in, looking to avoid the quick inning. But Tooley, the lefty, not many lefties in the league, at least that I've seen, only a few. So maybe the White Sox needing a extra look or two at that release point from Tooley, just to find the ball, see where it goes, and whatnot. Pretty late on that fastball there. Early on in games, and again, this is another kind of league-wide thing I've noticed. If you can have command on the breaking ball, that pitch just missed, wow. If you can have command on the breaking ball, you're setting yourself up for just a massive success and a really good night on the mound. The fastball is usually there for everybody, kind of just locating it well. There's the breaking ball, hit out towards center field. Running in is the center fielder and making the catch. Rob Zinsmeister out there in center. And I was checking out center field earlier, and I asked the manager for the Tigers, Jeff Murtha, what's the distance out there to center? I said 450. He said it's about 440 out to center. Right field, you got 320. Left field, just about the same, if not shorter. And then it's 360 to right and left center. First pitch fouled off by Cody Clark. But center field being 440 and some change, that's absurd. If anybody hits one out straight away center field, I'll be absolutely speechless. Tooley on the year has started in 3 games, has 21 1/3 total innings pitched, has only allowed 2 earned runs and has given up 12 hits, but has walked 8 batters. But he does lead this Tigers team in punch-outs with 38. That one hit right up the gut, first base hit of the game. Cody Clark avoids the 1-2-3 inning. Had to lunge at it a bit, but still made great contact. Shooting it right up the gut. But as I said, Tooley first on the team in strikeouts. Right behind him is Pete Moore with 33. And Tooley just with that .65 ERA. Unbelievable. And a .92 whip. I mean, he's just dealing from the mound. Center fielder A.J. Hansen steps in. He's got Clark at first. Clark, not the biggest lead. He got the lefty on the mound, so you got to be extra careful in those pickoff moves. Saw one last night in the Bats and Tribe game where a lefty was on the mound and just had a perfect pickoff move over to first base. Oh, thought it was ball 4. Tossed the bat. Must have just got in the zone. I remember playing Little League, we had one guy in the league who was kind of known for just any time there was 3 balls against him, he would just kind of assume that the next pitch was also a ball and just toss his bat as soon as it hit the catcher's mitt. And I think the umpire started to pick up on this. And does it again. My point being, the umpires would pick up on the kid just kind of throwing his bat too early and just assuming it's ball 4, kind of not respecting the zone and whatnot, that he would take some offense to that and call it a strike. Not saying that's what's happening here, but happened back-to-back times, and then rips one out to left field, but right at the left fielder Frank Pollock for the final out of the inning. 1 hit, no runs, no harm done, as the Tigers are set to be up in the bottom of the first.
Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Back for the bottom of the first inning, the Tigers' first 3 up. It'll be Rob Zinsmeister, Chad Evans, and then Frank Pollock. On the mound for the White Sox, it'll be Tyler Strachey. Strachey, this his 3rd game starting, has 8 total innings pitched, allowed 8 hits as well, also has 8 strikeouts. Has 0-1 on the year with a 4.20 ERA and a 1.32 whip.
I don't know who it was, but whoever commented on my sweatshirt saying that was nice. Thank you.
Blows that one past Zinsmeister. Zinsmeister, the center fielder today, as previously mentioned. Oh! Just got out of the way of that one. Up near the head of Zinsmeister. Thankfully, got out of the way. Seems like it just got away from Strachey. Again, and so, ooh. Zinsma started to get out of the way, and it's a called strike against him. I have a poor vantage point to judge balls and strikes, but Zinsmeister didn't agree with it. Rips that one to the third base line. Snagged on one hop over to first in time. Chris Ray at the hot corner, making that look routine. Chad Evans steps in batting .444 on the year. Has 10 hits and 38 total at bats. Tigers currently on a 4-game winning streak. Again, just working that inside, bit too inside from Strachey, but they're on a 4-game winning streak. 3 of them coming against the Trooper Tribe, who were previously 0-11, and then won 2 straight games against the Toa Menson Bats. They're now 2-11 on the year. Chopper towards the middle, picked up by the shortstop, over to first, just in time. Nice play by Jason Mills at short. Thought it had a chance to squeak through the hole, but got it with the glove hand and just under control, calm, cool, and collected for the out. But as I was saying, the 4-game winning streak with 3 out of 4 coming against the Tribe. 2 of them were just monster games for the offense. First game, they won 17-6. And then the next, 13-12. So the Tribe kind of found their bats, but Tigers just kept on bringing it. That one in the dirt. Their only 2 losses this year are to the Norgwin Packers and the Philly Dirt Dogs. 2 of the top teams in the league as well. Both of them playing quite nicely. Chopper, shortstop Mills again over to first, a long throw in time. That left side of the infield getting all 3 outs for the White Sox. You can see it here. It looks like that the third baseman Ray was going to try and pick it up, and actually a smart decision by Ray to duck under that throw. That concludes the bottom of the first inning. The White Sox back up when we come back.
Hi, I'm Marty Bystrom, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. In my experience in Major League Baseball, I know how important it is for high school athletes to gain exposure. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you are a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Back for the top of the second inning, and my apologies that bottom of the first inning, 2 of the plays by the shortstop for the White Sox are made by Pat O'Neill. I said the name of the Tigers shortstop, Jason Mills, but Pat O'Neill with 2 very solid plays. One, the running to save the ball from going up the middle, and then the long throw from pretty much the edge of the infield near third base for the final out of the inning. Scott Young, the DH for the White Sox, steps in. Beautiful night for some baseball, and not really any clouds in the sky. A slight overcast behind us as the sun is setting. Lights coming on, starting to play a factor, but it just feels magnificent. That one in the dirt. Getting a nice day in before the rain as well tomorrow. Young looking to start off the inning with a base hit. There's always those numbers about how much better your odds are if that first batter of the inning reaches base safely. And not a hit, but we'll take a walk. Scott Young walks in his first appearance as Matt Altieri steps in. Altieri takes that first pitch inside. Ooh. Both pitchers really kind of working that inside zone, maybe losing control a bit on those high and in pitches. Just want to avoid any injuries. Altieri lunges out in front of that one, slices out towards right field, but it is caught by Matt Sperling out there. Altieri kind of lunged out in front of the breaking ball just as Clark did. Clark shot it right back up the middle. Altieri did put a good piece on it, but just sliced it, I guess, too close in the vicinity of Sperling and right. Pat O'Neill in the box for the White Sox with 1 down. Takes a second pitch, grounds it towards second to flip to second for the first out, over to first, not in time. They get the lead runner at second. Pat O'Neill safe at first, courtesy of a fielder's choice, but 2 down now in the inning. Chris Ray now the batter. Ray at third base made the play for the first out in the bottom of the first inning. Looking to keep this inning going. Decent lead for O'Neill at first. Nothing major, but we could see a throw over by Tooley. Ray not agreeing with the call, but just finds the zone for a strike. Got it that time. 2 strikes against Ray. Tooley looking for his second strikeout of the game. Struck out the leadoff batter, Kyle Feaster, and then no punch-outs since. Just missed the zone. Gonna load the count. See what Tooley goes to. There's the pitch. Just got a piece of it up in the zone. Tooley picks up the grounder over to first in time for the final out. 1 walk, no hits, and no runs. Another clean inning as we move on to the bottom of the second.
Hi, I'm Marty Bystrom, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. In my experience in Major League Baseball, I know how important it is for high school athletes to gain exposure. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you are a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Bottom of the second inning, first pitch in for a strike to the shortstop, Jason Mills. Second pitch for a ball. The 2-1 outside, making it 3-1 here at Weaver Field in Memorial Park. And just staring out to center field again, being 440 out there. 5-pitch walk to start off the inning. Mills, the first base runner tonight for the Tigers. But just again, 440 out to center. Even if you hit it over into kind of deep left center field, you're going to hit the tennis courts, which you got people playing pickleball over there. The Revolution. I guess maybe Evolution. Oh no. Pickleball just becoming more and more popular as the years go on. Seeing people, I can't imagine being a tennis player, kind of trying to go up to a court and play a few rounds and seeing people play pickleball up there. It's like, taking up their space. Got to start building their own spots. Jason Kelmer's stepping in. Mills had the biggest lead at first. That one is ripped on the ground. Oh, and just got past the shortstop. O'Neal rolls into left center, trying for third, and will be there safely. Mills aggressive around the base pads. And Kelmer reaches base safely. I'm going to put that down as a single. That ball was scorched on the ground and it went right over O'Neal's glove at shortstop, but that ball was rocketed. So the first hit of the game for the Tigers. No outs in the inning. Lenny Del Grippo stepping in. As runners at the corners, great chance to pick up an RBI. Rips one foul. May have been, maybe not gone, but would have at least scored Mills from third if it stayed fair, or even went in the foul territory and was called. Oh, wow. What a steal. What a gutsy steal by Jason Kelmer. Strachey never even turned his back to him. Didn't even throw the ball. And Kelmer just took off. As soon as he was set, realized he wasn't going to turn. And didn't even get that big of a jump. Just what started as a light jog and turned to a sprint. I guess he kind of thought, first and third, they're not going to throw over here. But he gets a stolen bag before the ball's even thrown. And Grippo goes down swinging. First strikeout of the game for Strachey. First out of the inning. Right fielder Matt Sperling stepping in has two runners into scoring position. Ball put into the outfield. We'll score them both. Again, different vantage points for most of these games, but for here, where I'm looking at right center field, there's a lot of space out in the right center field between the center fielder and the right fielder. He puts one in that gap. That is most likely at least a triple. Rips that one down the line. Thankfully, a few feet away from myself and the crew. I don't know about the rest of them. I was not ready whatsoever to catch a foul ball. I saw it coming pretty much right at me. I didn't move at all. If it was coming right at me, I think I might have just let it hit me in the face. Wasn't ready. Inside corner for a strike. 1-2 count to Sperling. I guess I should pay more attention now. I might have to stop at Dick's Sporting Goods or something tomorrow. I gotta pick up a glove if one starts to come this way. Can't stop at Modell's anymore. They're all gone. That's a travesty. Used to go there all the time whenever Eagles would win the division, the Phillies win the division, the Sixers get above double-digit wins back in the 2016 season, go buy the T-shirts at midnight. They'd have them fresh, ready to go. Me and my mom roll down there, pick up some, go home, wear them to school the next day. Oh, how'd you get that shirt already? You like just one. I got my ways. Those gatekeeping division champions T-shirts back in the day. Sperling with the 2-2 count. And goes down swinging. Drop third strike. He's going to give it a light jog down the first. Tag applied. He's out. 2 down now in the inning. Strachey. Back-to-back strikeouts after giving up the walk and the single. Could get out of this inning, leaving both runners stranded. Adam Estrada playing first base and batting 8th, also wearing the number 8. Outside corner for a strike. Strachey has been attacking the zone pretty well. That one inside, but has gotten a first pitch strike more often than not. At least it feels that way. Gets ahead in the count pretty easily. Time is called by the batter. Strachey kind of works out of a half stretch, half windup when the runners are on. I guess it would technically count as a windup since he kind of takes the few steps, but it's a quick few steps. You can kind of see it there. See how it's step, and then deliver. Another strikeout. 3 straight punch-outs for Strachey, leaving both runners stranded. In the end, no damage is done. Score remains 0-0 as the White Sox are due back up.
Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Top of the third inning, the White Sox looking to be the first team on the board. Still all knotted up at 0-0. The White Sox with the 1 base hit and a walk, the only 2 runners they've had in this game. Andrew McGowan looking to change that, though. That pitch away, 2-0 count. Starting off with a 4-pitch walk. Wouldn't expect that from Tooley, but McGowan didn't have to take the bat off his shoulders. First runner on base safely. Kyle Feaster stepping in, struck out swinging in his first at-bat in the first inning. Ball gets away from the catcher. Still can't locate it, man. McGowan had a great chance to try and take second. Moore just had no clue where the ball was. It was right behind his right foot, and he was kind of looking in front of him, and I guess just never noticed it. Finally finds the zone after 6 straight balls from Tooley. Not many ground outs from Tooley. That one popped up, trailing out of play. And we'll head to the parking lot, hopefully avoiding any cars, especially mine. 2-2 count, but Tooley, not many ground balls, so not likely there's a double play chance here. That one actually fouled away just barely by Feaster, the home plate umpire, letting us know that he got a piece of it. I believe only 2 ground balls in the 2 innings and change for the White Sox. It was the fielder's choice by O'Neill, and then Ray had the pretty much swinging bunt grounded out to the pitcher. Full count here. Would be surprised if Tooley doesn't go with a fastball, looking to avoid walking the first 2 batters. Here's the pitch. Hit on the ground to shortstop. Runner at first was stealing, so he'll be safe at second. But Feaster thrown out at first for the first out of the inning. There's the ground ball I was talking about that we don't see much of. McGowan, a great decision to steal on the full count. Most likely would have been out at the second base bag if he did not get that running start. First pitch in for a strike to Mike Hutchinson. Hutchinson flied out to center field in his first appearance. Fouls that one away behind the backstop. Speaking of the backstop, not the biggest. There's some space if it gets behind the catcher that any runner could advance to second or third, but not much space. So say one gets behind more the catcher, he could recover it quickly and then make a strong throw down the third. McGowan does have a really good lead at second. I don't think he'll be stealing, but you never know. It's rare to see a stolen base attempt from second to third. Swing and a miss, the second strikeout of the night for Tooley. 2 down now in the inning. Cody Clark ripped a single right up the middle in his first appearance. And are they intentionally walking him? I think they are. Wow, okay. So, a 3rd inning intentional walk to Cody Clark. Don't usually see intentional walks this early on in the game, giving Cody Clark the Barry Bonds treatment. That pitch drops in the zone for a strike. Cody Clark batting .435 on the year. So, I mean, good reason to intentionally walk him, but still just a bit surprised that they did so early. A.J. Hansen with runners at first and second. 1-1 count to him. The 1-1 pitch inside. Moore dropped it. Just fell right out of his glove. No advancement from McGowan or Clark. Now the ball gets away from Moore. Both the runners will advance. That one just spiked off the dirt into the nearly the highest part of the backstop. Both runners into scoring position. The 3-1 count to Hansen. All it's going to take is just a nice little knock out to the outfield to score both. They'll be off on contact with 2 outs in the inning. Tooley looking to leave him stranded. The 3-1 pitch in there loads the count. The runners will not be off on the pitch, considering that first base is open. Ripped out towards right field, carrying well, tracking it, and making the catch for the final out. 2 runners are stranded. 2 walks, no hits, and no runs. Moving on to the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Bottom of the 3rd inning, still looking for the first run to be put up. Will it be from the leadoff hitter in this inning, Pete Moore, the catcher? That one just rolls foul. I was going to say, if got a swinging bunt, that would have, don't know if it would have resulted in a run. Would have had to take one of those kind of Little League home runs where you get that swinging bunt, overthrow at first, you get to second, you realize, oh, I can go to third. Run to third, overthrow at third, and next thing you know, hey, you're home. Oh, 2 count to Moore. Here's the pitch. Outside corner, looking punch out. The 4th of the game for Strachey. 4th of the game, 4th strikeout in a row as well. Ever since he allowed that single to Kelmer, which really could have been a ground out, maybe even a double play, he's been dealing. Top of the lineup, back up Zinsmeister. First pitch low for a ball. Zinsmeister fouls that one away, out of play. Very late on that swing. 1-2 count. I think he didn't decide on swinging the bat until it was far too late. 1-2. There's the pitch from Strachey. Popped up, trailing towards out of play. Oh! Just missed somebody on the bleachers. They had no idea it was going to be near them. Thankfully, did not hit them at all, but oh man, I couldn't make out where that ball was going to land. I thought that the first baseman, Clark, had a chance to catch it. That one dribbled on the ground, picked up barehanded. Strachey makes the play. Not a strikeout, but another out. Ends his strikeout streak. 2 down in the inning. Chad Evans to step in. It's been a really nice pitcher's duel so far. Tooley working out of jams, finding good spots, and Strachey has just been a machine on the mound. That one ripped out to left field for a base knock. First hit of the game for Evans. Just the second total hit for the Tigers. The 2-out single keeps the inning alive, brings up Frank Pollock. Runner goes from first to throw down the second. In time. Applied the tag before he could get to the bag. Evans not agreeing with it. Let's see if we can get a good view here. So it was a really nice pop by the catcher. Oh, yeah, in second. Oh, yeah, I think you saw that. And snow coned it as well. Just barely got the tag on there for the final out. A beautiful play by the catcher and shortstop alike. The White Sox get out of the inning. No runs yet. We'll be right back on the Sports Fanbase Network.
Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fanbase Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Top of the fourth inning, Collegeville White Sox. To start us off, it'll be Scott Young. Young, the DH, swings at the first pitch, grounds it up towards second. Chucking down the first base line, play made in time. One pitch, one out for Tooley. Got 5, 6, and 7. Now the sixth batter, Matt Altieri. Batting sixth, wearing number 7 and technically playing the number 7 position out in left field. Just recently started keeping a book for these games. And, you know, it just helps me just remember things better and whatnot. And I don't know the official way to write down ground out, fly out. I just kind of, you know, just scribble, just remember like, ground out, G-R, out, 5. G-R, you know. Everyone's got their own specific way. I gave up on trying to track the pitch count a while ago. I was I'd go 1, 2, and, you know, I'd get through the first inning pretty well. And then if I start telling a story, talking about something, whatever, miss a few pitches, I'm like, can forget about that. That one hit sharply on the ground towards second, scooped up in time yet again. Back-to-back plays made by the second baseman for the Tigers, Chad Evans. That one's popped up, trailing towards out-of-play territory, and will hit the bleachers. First strike to Pat O'Neill. Chopped on the ground and foul. Up the third base line. Quick 0-2 count to O'Neill. Looking to avoid the 1-2-3 inning. Tooley sets. And the pitch. Upstairs. Bit too high for the umpire's liking. And for pretty much everyone that was in. Not really one you can dispute being called the ball. The 1-2. That one you can dispute. Just missed the zone. 2-2 with 2 down. Looking for a bit of a 2-out rally are the White Sox. That one outside. So got ahead in the count. 0-2 now falling behind. 3-2. Upping the pitch count. And in danger of walking O'Neill with 2 outs in the inning. Late on the fastball. Third strikeout of the game for Tooley. Sends the White Sox down in order. On to the bottom of the fourth. Tigers due up. We'll be right back on the Sports Fan Base Network.
Hi, I'm Marty Bystrom, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. In my experience in Major League Baseball, I know how important it is for high school athletes to gain exposure. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you are a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866.
Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Welcome back to Sports Fan Base Network. Myself, Luke Nichols. A little technical difficulties, so we're going to go old school, going the radio treatment here for the bottom of the fourth inning. First pitch was fouled away into the netting along the first base line. That pitch in for a strike. The 0-2 count. Frank Pollock back up after Chad Evans was thrown out trying to steal in the previous inning. And there it is. The lights have turned back on. Pollock behind in the count 1-2. Strachey remaining in the game. Zero reason to take him out. The 1 and 2 in the dirt, got away from the backstop. Luckily, nobody on the pond. No need to worry about anybody advancing. In danger, falling behind 3-2, but gets the looking strikeout. Pollock knew it. The defeated walk back to the dugout. Now 5 strikeouts in the game for Strachey. First one in for a strike to Mills. Mills walked in his first appearance. Ended up getting stranded at third. just evaded the inside stuff from Strachey. Avoided getting hit. Didn't try to pull I believe it was Martin Maldonado in the World Series where he pretty much leaned into the one pitch against the Phillies, got hit on the elbow. I think he ended up scoring as well. Not over it. Definitely not over it. Don't even ask me about the Super Bowl. I don't even want to think about it. The 2-1 from Strachey. Low. Falling behind in the count, 3-1. Has only walked one batter, and it was Jason Mills. So doesn't walk him just yet. 3-2 count. Mills goes down looking. Back-to-back looking strikeouts for Strachey. Up to 6 on the night now. Unbelievable. Two down in the inning. Jason Kelmer stepping in. He is one of 2 base hits for the Tigers tonight. He had the single that just barely got past the shortstop O'Neal. Hits that one down the right field line. Has a chance to stay fair, and it will be fair. Doesn't try to advance to second on the double. Gets a somewhat of a bloop single, and he is 2 for 2 on the night. The 2-out single as well. Avoiding the 1-2-3 inning, bringing up Lenny Del Grippo. Grippo was the first strikeout in just an impressive second inning outing for Strachey. Walked the first batter, gave up a single to the next batter, being Kelmer, and then struck out the next 3 hitters he faced. That one just missed the zone. Not going to see much, not going to be able to read the body language of Strachey much, if at all. But maybe a bit disappointed he didn't get that call. That one smoked out towards right center field. It's carrying pretty well, but what a running grab by the right fielder for the White Sox. Kyle Feaster got an unbelievable jump, and he was just flying to make that grab. 1 hit, no runs, and some great defense by the White Sox. On to the top of the 5th. Score still knotted up at 0.
Hi, I'm Marty Bystrom, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. In my experience in Major League Baseball, I know how important it is for high school athletes to gain exposure. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you are a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Top of the 5th inning, first pitch swinging, finds fair territory out in left field. A quick base knock for Chris Ray, the third baseman for the White Sox. Nice sight to see for either side, getting the first runner of the inning on safely. Looks like we will have a pinch runner as well for Ray. It'll be number 27, Chris Tomlinson. I was going to say number 15, but number 15 is Chris Ray. Quick check on Tomlinson at first. Want to give a quick shout out to Scott Young, the DH tonight for the White Sox. Just delivered the crew their selection of donuts. Runner goes from first in cleanly as Pete Moore just dropped the ball on the transition from the glove to the hand. Would have been a very tough out as well. Tomlinson was flying to second base. He's in safely. Runner into scoring position with no outs. McGowan looking to bring him in. That one finds the zone. No steal attempt from Tomlinson there, but again, just shout out to Scott Young. Bringing over some donuts, asking, hey, you guys want any? We got extra. And this is one of the better donuts I've ever had. This is delicious. I have no idea where they're from, but I trust them. Good selection. McGowan with the 2 strikes against him. Even if he gets out, only 1 down in the inning, and then the top of the lineup for the White Sox. Oh, swings at the high stuff. Couldn't get a piece. Goes down swinging. 4th strikeout for Tooley. But as mentioned, top of the lineup, Kyle Feaster back in. Feaster had a very impressive grab out in right field. Got just a massive jump on the ball. Read it perfectly off the bat of Del Grippo. And sends that one out towards right field. They're going to wave home Tomlinson. That's going to be the first run of the game. RBI single for Kyle Feaster. A great sequence defensively and offensively. And just attacked Tooley on the first pitch. Beautiful swing. Quick hands, just got the barrel around fast. Sent it out to right center field. But yeah, great sequence for Feaster. Got a nice catch to get out of the inning and leave the runner stranded at second. And then brings in the first run of the game. 1-0. The White Sox lead the Tigers. But getting brought donuts in the broadcast. If anyone's Phillies fans out there, I'm feeling like John Kruk. He's always talking about asking for food or anything. There was one I remember where they brought, I don't even think it was Kruk and McCarthy. I think it was just John Kruk that they brought an entire just platter of barbecue from Bull's Barbecue. Also the best place to get food in Citizens Bank Park. But they just brought him like an entire platter of barbecues. Down swinging goes Hutchinson. 2 down in the inning. Feaster remains at first. Yeah, they brought him this entire platter of barbecue, and it almost like he was made a joke about it before the inning too. He's like, oh, could use some food up here. Next inning, you hear the doorbell. That one smoked. Hit a mile in the air, out towards left center field. Playable and caught by the center fielder. Got a good piece, did Clark. But the final out is made. The White Sox break the tie, a 1-0 game, as we move on to the bottom of the 5th inning.
Hi, I'm Marty Bystrom, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. In my experience in Major League Baseball, I know how important it is for high school athletes to gain exposure. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you are a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
First pitch of the inning, ripped out towards left field for a base knock. Matt Sperling starts off the Tigers right after they gave up a run in the previous top of the fifth inning. Pretty much one of the ground rules, cardinal rules of baseball is you give up a run or two, you got to answer with a run or two. So the Tigers looking to do just that. There's a reason they're 10-2 on the year as well. So good chance to respond with the first runner reaching base safely on the first pitch of the inning. As Adam Estrada steps in, Estrada went down swinging in his first appearance in the second inning. Three and one count to Estrada. Strachey somewhat checking on the runner at first, but didn't check him at all that time, just fires a strike in the zone. Either doesn't really mind if Spearling tries to steal, or just knows that he won't. Has a decent lead at first base. 3-2 count. Fouled away. Whoa. It was caught by the first baseman for the White Sox after it hit the wooden pole in the backstop and ricocheted all the way up to the first base line. Does not count as an out, but that's pretty impressive nevertheless. And working a walk is Estrada. First two runners reach base safely. No outs in the inning. Pete Moore stepping in. Be a quick mound visit, but it'll be Moore and then the top of the lineup for the Tigers, so an even better chance to answer the run with a run or two or seven of their own. The entire infield coming in. I guess maybe game planning for maybe ground ball situation, double play situation, steal situation, anything situation. I do appreciate how the White Sox hats, they got kind of that more old school White Sox logo on there. You can see a good shot of it right there on Strachey's hat. You got the batter kind of, getting ready to swing. That's just a classic logo. Looks good, looks clean. Guess they were anticipating a bunt because the first baseman for the White Sox, Clark, was flying in, ready to play it. McGowan at third, near the infield grass, but bunt is showed again, made contact, but foul. Quick 0-2 count for Pete Moore. And some of you may be thinking, Pete Moore is the catcher. Why is he laying down a bunt? Garrett Stubbs, the backup catcher for the Phillies, leads the NL in bunt hits this year. Don't count out the catchers laying down bunts or hitting for cycles like JT. Thought the bases were loaded for a moment, but coach for the Tigers, Murtha, is just pretty close to that third base bag from my vantage point. Nearly bamboozled me. There's the bunt laid down fair. Going to be a tough play. Strachey picks it up over to first in time. But Moore does his job, lays down the sacrifice bunt, and advances both runners to second and third. One down in the inning as Zinsmeister steps back up, grounded out to third base in his first at-bat, and then grounded out to the pitcher in his second. First pitch hit on the ground. One run will score and tie the game. But the second out made at first. Again, Zinsmeister does bring in a run. He'll get the RBI. First pitch swinging, ripped one on the ground. Pretty much an impossible play. Yeah, you see the pinch runner for the Tigers just kind of took off. Or no, that was Sperling. Thought that was supposed to be Estrada, but Sperling, yeah, kind of had a running start, so scored easily. RBI fielder's choice, I believe it'll be, for Zinsmeister. Oh, and that one got Evans right square in the back. He wears one, will take position at first. Runners now at the corners with 2 down in the inning, all knotted up at 1. Frank Pollock takes a strike, but not the most flashy and not the ideal way to bring home a run and tie the game, but kind of the fundamental way. He had a bunt laid down by Moore that got both runners over, and then Zinsmeister kind of just knew the situation. You got to get a run in. You want to be aggressive at the dish with 1 out in the inning. Just first pitch, rips one on the ground, brings in a run. It's just good, smart, fundamental baseball. 0-2 count, Strachey. And a steal for Chad Evans at first. Strachey never turned around to look at him. I have no idea if Strachey knows he's at second. Here's the 0-2 pitch, fouled away by Pollock. But that's the second time that has happened where a runner has stolen a bag and Strachey just didn't look at him. Didn't look at him until it was too late. Kind of sets, has the back to the runner at first. The 1-2 pitch hit on the ground. Played well off the second hop over to first in time. 2 runners are stranded, but the Tigers bring in a run. Makes the score 1-1. The White Sox look to respond when we come back.
Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Top of the 6th inning in this defensive and pitcher's duel matchup. Luke Nichols, happy to join you here on the Sports Fanbase Network. A.J. Hansen got the heart of the order for the White Sox to start us off 4, 5, and 6. Cody Clark flied out to center field in the top of the 5th inning. Jimmy Tooley retakes position on the mound, delivers the first 2 pitches for balls. Tooley, even getting into the 6th inning, is about as good of a outing you can ask for from your starting pitcher, only allowing the 1 run as well. Second strike, just got a piece of it, did Hansen. Makes it a full count. Both sides have had a tendency to allow that first batter of the inning to reach base safely, whether it be a walk or a single, or just any kind of base hit. Tooley looking to break that trend here. The 3-2. Swung on and missed, man. Took a nice hack at it, just couldn't get a piece of it. The 5th strikeout of the game for Jimmy Tooley. The 6th strikeout of the game. I knew he had 6. I missed one. So the 6th strikeout for Tooley. We all make mistakes. Scott Young stepping in with 1 down. Personally now have a little more bias and favoritism for Scott Young after delivering the donuts. Sees a pitch up and out for a ball. 2-0 count. Tooley fell behind in the count to A.J. Hansen 2-0 and then ended up striking him out, so maybe this is just his plan. Or not, as that one is ripped right up the middle by Scott Young for a base hit. He's now 1 for 2 on the day, walked once. Quick mound visit with Tooley. This may be it for him, and it will be. Hands the ball off to Jeff Murtha, their manager. A fantastic outing for Tooley, though. Only allowing the 1 run, getting 6 strikeouts, and kept everything in control through his 5 1/3 innings of work. Going to step away for a moment. We'll rejoin you when we're set to go here on the Sports Fanbase Network. arm on the mound for the Lansdale Tigers. It'll be number 22, Nate Luscombe. Luscombe has 3 appearances and started all 3 games, so this is first time coming in for relief. Has 13 total innings pitched, 8 earned runs, and allowed 14 hits. Has a 4.20 ERA and a 1.50 WHIP. First pitch hit on the ground, looking to turn 2. They get the runner at second over to first in time. 1 pitch and 2 outs for Nate Luscombe. Just about as good of an appearance for relief as you can ask for. 1 hit, no runs, no walks. Played that easily. Even the shortstop just knew they had the double play down. They get out of the inning. On to the bottom of the 6th. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Marty Bystrom, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. In my experience in Major League Baseball, I know how important it is for high school athletes to gain exposure. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you are a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Welcome back, Jason Mills to lead us off for the Lansdale Tigers. The Tigers looking to put a run on the board so they can go out and attempt to close it out in the top of the 7th inning. But it does seem that we have a new arm on the mound for the White Sox. It'll be number 20, Jimmy Reardon. Reardon, the right-handed pitcher. Oh! Starting off his appearance with the high heat over Mills' head. Luckily got out of the way. If you want to find a way to back the batter kind of off the you go back to back. That's taking an extra second. That's gonna most likely result in you can just lay one right down the middle, and Mills is 3 in a row. Well, thankfully, Mills is getting out of the way of each of them. Reardon just need a reminder that it's you just go diagonally down. I think the catcher even has a bright orange. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Got the bright orange on the inside of his glove. Let's see. Oh, it was another ball, but it wasn't at Mills' head. So it's a 4-pitch walk to start off the outing for Jimmy Reardon. Reardon Has appeared in 2 games, both for relief, has 5 total innings pitched, given up 4 hits and 5 earned runs, 7 total strikeouts with a 7 ERA. Well, if we get something like that, he came with the absolute heat, blew it right past the swinging attempt of Kelmer. 1-1 count, the first strike thrown in Reardon's appearance. But the Tigers, they do get the lead runner on. Mills sets up at first. Not the biggest lead, decent secondary. Another swing and a miss. So once Reardon kind of gets command of just the fastball, I mean, he's got some high velo to it. Back-to-back fastballs that Kelmer looked very late in his attempted swings. The 1-2 count to Kelmer. Time called by Kelmer. They do have the pickoff rule where you can only go over twice to check on the runner, but no pitch clock. Oh, nice pitch. Looked like a breaking ball, but just missed the zone. Must have just missed. That looked good. But also, I'm much further away than the home plate umpire. Now up to 2-2. Here's the pitch. Inside it, I think it may have gotten just a piece of Kelmer, and yeah, it definitely did. It got him right on that inside, maybe lower chest area. Just skimmed him, but enough to rule it a hit by pitch, and the first 2 runners reaching base safely. Jason Kelmer now 2 for 2 on the night, 2 singles and a hit by pitch. Lenny Del Grippo stepping in the DH in a big spot. No outs. Runners at first and second in a 1-1 ball game. First pitch laced out towards right field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Mills got a poor read on it. Waited until he knew that it was in the grass. He'll set up at third. Attacking the first pitch is Del Grippo. Now loading the bases with no outs. May see a early exit. Walking the first 2 batters and giving up a nice single by Del Grippo. And the third batter, Reardon, just... There's going to be a play at the plate. All infielders are in. Bottom of the 6th inning tie game. You need to hold the lead. You don't want to go into the top of the 7th trailing. You're much more comfortable if you keep it as is. So yeah, every single infielder, they got their toes on the grass. Matt Sperling. Lefty on righty matchup. Ooh, and that one hit him. Got him near the back, so that's going to walk in a run. A hit by pitch run scores. Wow, bases remain loaded. It's a 2-1 ball game with no outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Now Adam Estrada Bases remain loaded, no outs. That's the second hit batter for Reardon, and even then, that one inside on Estrada. Infielders still playing up, although they gave up the 1 run. Don't want to let them get any kind of a cushion. Was thinking maybe you try and go for the double play, but nah, they want to keep it a 1-run ball game now. That one inside as well. That one finds the zone. Reardon, I know that the bases are loaded, but if you're in danger of walking another batter, you'd almost rather put one down the middle and just make them hurt you with the bat. There's a grounder chopping. Reardon picks it up over to first, or home plate for 1, and back to first for the double play. That's just huge for the White Sox. That is exactly what you asked for. The slow chopping ball, Reardon picks it up cleanly, the easy flip, and even the catcher, Hutchinson, knew that he had time to make the accurate throw down to first. 2 outs in the inning. The runners do advance. They're at second and third, but wow, you went from bases loaded, no outs, to runners at second and third with 2 outs. You're a strikeout or a ground ball away from getting out of the inning. That one gets away from the catcher. No advancement by Del Grippo at third. Thought about it for a moment, but seemed like a good decision not to try it. Infielders back at their normal depth. Just going for the 1 out. Wow. That was massive by Reardon. Walking 3, giving up a hit. And then you get a double play with a play at the plate to save the 1 run. My goodness. Go down as a 1-2-3 double play. Like seeing that. It's satisfying. But a 3-0 count to Pete Moore. You have the open base at first, so you won't walk in another run. And draws the 4-pitch walk. Lineup rolls over back to the top of the lineup where Zinsmeister had the ground out to shortstop. That was an RBI. Scored the run from third. At the time was the only run for the Tigers. They now lead, of course, 2-1 with another bases loaded opportunity. First pitch to Zinsmeister in the dirt. If you're Zinsmeister or really any Tigers hitter up there, you're for sure going to take until you get a strike on you. That one up and in. Yeah, you're going to wait until Reardon throws you a strike. Has now thrown 6 straight balls. That one up and away. Wow, what a bounce off the backstop. Hit the top and then rolled up and pretty much rolled right back down into Hutchinson. Del Grippo had no chance. It did get away from Hutchinson a bit, but really had no chance to try and swipe home there. 3-0 count. Gonna have to put one in the zone. Don't want to walk in another run. Just make Zinsmeister hurt you himself. Here's the pitch. And he walks him. That's another run for the Tigers. A 3-1 ball game. Reardon walks another run in with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Up to 8 straight balls for Reardon, and he will exit. New arm on the mound. We'll step away for a moment on the Sports Fanbase Network. Stick with us. new arm on the mound for the Collegeville White Sox. It'll be number 35, Jeb Kurtz. Kurtz, this is only his second appearance. First pitch lined out towards right field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. One run is going to score, and a last-second hold of Moore at third base. Probably the right decision by head coach Jeff Murtha, keeping the bases loaded. But the first pitch, RBI single from Chad Evans, extends the lead to 3 for the Tigers, a 4-1 ball game. Evans didn't even allow me to get into a little bit about Kurtz. The sidearm pitcher gives up another RBI single, pretty much the same spot out in right field, and they hold Zinsmeister at third. 5-1, the Tigers just opening up the floodgates. 2 pitches, 2 runs scored since Kurtz has entered, and the Tigers have officially batted around in the biggest inning of the game. Another good decision by Coach Jeff Murtha to hold Zinsmeister at third, keeping the bases loaded, trusting that next man up. And also I think Zinsmeister would have been gunned at the plate. It was a great throw by the right fielder for the White Sox. First pitch in the dirt. Finds the zone again, does Kurtz. Going with that is the sidearm approach. I was thinking that maybe you see the sidearm and have to take a few pitches before you really get a good swing or get a good view of it. And that one gets Mills on the arm, and that's going to walk in another run. Wow, that's the third run that has been scored due to either a hit by pitch or just a basic base on balls. My goodness, a disastrous inning to say the least. Six to 1. First pitch just finds that inside part of the zone. Bases remain loaded with 2 outs. Man, going back to that 1-2-3 double play that Estrada hit into, you're thinking, all right, the White Sox, that one hit out towards center field, hit pretty well, trailing back on it, under it, and the catch for the final out. The White Sox get out of the inning, but they allow 5 to come across. They look to answer when we come back.
Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
So, the White Sox have their work cut out for them after allowing 5 runs to come across in the bottom of the 6th. It's their last chance to answer in the top of the 7th. First pitch with a big leg kick from Nate Luscombe. It'll be the last 3 batters in the lineup for the White Sox. Pat O'Neill, Chris Ray, and Andrew McGowan all due up. Luscombe came in for relief of Tooley, threw 1 ball and got a 1-6-3 inning-ending double play. There's his 4th pitch. It's hit out well towards right field, trailing back on it, under it, and making the catch for the first out of the inning. Sperling tracked it well through the lights. Thought that was going to carry a bit more from O'Neill. Thought it had a chance, but stayed well within the yard. First pitch in for a strike. And it looks like they're leaving Tomlinson in the game for Chris Ray. A righty on lefty matchup now favors the lefty Tomlinson. Two strikes against them, trying to stay alive and looking for a heroic comeback effort. Low in the dirt from Luscombe. Luscombe has that high leg kick that kind of reminds me of Edwin Diaz or even Alexis Diaz on the Reds. That one fouled away into the trees. It went somewhere. Never saw it land. Maybe it's still up there. 1-2 count remains. There's the pitch. Whew, a really nice pitch. Got some compliments from his defense, and then pretty much a simultaneous when they realized it wasn't called a strike. Here's the 2-2. Trying to get the strikeout. Ripped on the ground. Diving play. Keeps it in the infield. The play at the base. Just a bit late on the throw. Tomlinson will be credited with an infield single, but look at this diving grab by the second baseman. Wow. The fact that he even kept that from squeaking into the outfield is impressive enough. So Tomlinson reaches base on the single. 1 out remains in the top of the 7th. Andrew McGowan steps in. McGowan swinging at that first pitch. 1-1 count. Runner at first, Tomlinson. He did steal a bag the last time when he came in as a pinch runner for Ray. I don't think he'll try it now, being this late in the game, and don't want to put McGowan in a bad situation. That one hit out towards shortstop. A chance at 2. They get 1 at the bag. The play at first. Not in time. First baseman Estrada scooped it up out of the dirt, but looks like McGowan just beat it out, flying down the line. Even then, was a bit of a slow transition by the second baseman for the Tigers. Looks like it was Evans just didn't get it out quick enough. Be a fielder's choice with the lead runner out. 2 down in the inning. Kyle Feaster steps in as the last hope for the White Sox. First pitch in the dirt. Hit on the ground, foul, up the third base line. One and one count to Feaster. Trying to put it away. Up and out. Hitters count. Finds the zone. 2-2 Feaster showing some visible frustration with the zone. It's been consistent all night. Home plate umpire has done a great job, at least to me, calling balls and strikes. Feaster, not a fan, has that wide stance. Here's the 2-2 pitch. In the dirt, just missed. Maybe taking that Bryce Harper approach when he's got two strikes against him. Just widen that stance, doesn't even go to the leg kick or even the toe tap, and just try to put bat on ball, put anything in play. Full count to Feaster. The pitch from Luscombe. Up and out. He walks him. Runners at first and second. They get another chance with Mike Hutchinson coming to the dish. Bit surprised. I mean, didn't feel like he was pitching around Feaster. You have the 5-run advantage. Even a 2-run home run wouldn't hurt you. Would make it 6-3. Right back to attacking the zone. Guess he realized, what am I doing here? Let me just go right at him, and blew a fastball right past Hutchinson. Tried to do it again, just lost control of that one. Up and out. I don't think it mattered if Hutchinson offered or not. Looked like a strike. 1-2 count. If you're going to take a pitch, you got to be absolutely sure that it'll be a ball. Luscombe waits for the sign, sets. Here's the pitch. Sliced away. Runners at first and second. Neither are being held on. McGowan just has a huge lead off the second base bag. He could probably walk to third if he wanted to. Reset with the 1-2. The pitch. Ripped out towards right center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Rounding third, headed for home is McGowan. He will score a 6-2 ball game. Runners at first and second, an RBI single from Mike Hutchinson. Hutchinson got a really nice piece of that one, just shot it right out to right field. And the 2-strike, 2-out hit. The White Sox not going away easy. Hutchinson was previously 0 for 3 on the night. Flied out to center and then struck out twice. First pitch swinging on the ground. Second baseman did not stop it. Just squeaks into the outfield. No run will score, though. First pitch base hit from Cody Clark. Bases now loaded. Going to be a quick mound visit as interesting situation. A home run ties the game. Not going away easy. 6-2. A.J. Hansen stepping in. He is 0 for 3 on the night. lined out to left field, popped out to right, and then struck out in his last appearance in the 6th inning. Mound visit has concluded. Just trying to calm down Nate Luscombe. Was pitching really well up until he walked Feaster. Gave up the single to Ray, or Tomlinson, excuse me. Then a fielder's choice. Then after the fielder's choice that McGowan grounded into, he walked Feaster, gave up an RBI single to Hutchinson, and then the single to Clark as a first pitch strike into Hansen. A quick 0-2 count to A.J. Hansen. Looking to put it away. The 0-2 in there, looking strike 3. Hansen goes down on 3 pitches to end the game. No grand slam winner tonight. The Tigers improve to 11-2 on the year, thanks to just a massive bottom of the 6th inning, putting up 5 runs and breaking the 1-1 tie. We didn't get our first run until the top of the 5th inning. It was a pitcher's duel pretty much the entire time. Tooley and Strachey were both magnificent from the bump, but it was the poor pitching in relief for the White Sox and then the bats of the Tigers that won them this game. Final score 6-2. The Tigers win this second Perky League game of the week. Thank you for joining us on the Sports Fanbase Network. Luke Nichols signing off.